That is why, also, starting with our administration, we gave TPS, temporary protected status, to Haitian migrants, 55,000. And then more recently, we extended temporary protected status to over 100,000 Haitian migrants for that very reason, that they need support, they need protection.
Nothing but immigrants over there. And I don't even want to, like, seem like I'm coming down on the immigrants, because it's the people that's bringing them down here. Because wherever they're at, that's what they're used to, bro. They're in the park grabbing up ducks by their neck.
The media don't want you to see this. I don't know how anybody, share this with your friends and your mom and them. How can anybody watch this clip from Kamala Harris and say that she's not complicit in this immigration thing? They can't. How can she say she's not involved in it? And how can anybody vote for her? This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com. TatumStore.com. Get the merch link in the description. You got a whole bunch of new merch. This is just one of our matchup shirts with Trump and Harris. I can't wait to see you during the debate. I'm a live stream the debate, so you can watch it here in my channel. So everybody that support me, follow me. You can watch it with me. We're gonna have a good time watching Donald Trump beat the brakes off of Kamala Harris in that debate. Anyway, like and subscribe to the channel. Let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get right into this video. People are complaining. This is what I think is gonna actually lose the election for the Democrats. Everybody want to say abortion, abortion, abortion. Yeah, I know a lot of people care about that topic, but more people care about this immigration thing because it directly affects somebody's life, right? It directly affects the livelihood of a lot of people in America. You're talking millions of people that moved into this country. The residual effect of that is, they're not telling us right now, but people are feeling the effects of it. And this video is evident. This affects people's livelihood, their money, their finances, their community, their safety, all of that. The abortion topic only affects a certain demographic of people that are that enthusiastic to go to the polls and vote on abortion. It don't affect your economics. It don't affect your bank account. It don't affect your education, and it doesn't affect job growth and none of that stuff. So this immigration issue is a much bigger, much more wide-ranging, effective issue that affects men and women alike. And this is going to lose them an election because they're so disingenuous. And the media is literally complicit in lying. I wish they would tell the truth about showing this, but that's why I'm here, y'all. I got you covered. Roll the clip.
That is why, also, starting with our administration, we gave TPS, temporary protected status, to Haitian migrants, 55,000. And then more recently, we extended temporary protected status to over 100,000 Haitian migrants for that very reason, that they need support, they need protection.
Nothing but immigrants over there. And I don't even want to, like, seem like I'm coming down on the immigrants, because it's the people that's bringing them down here. Because wherever they're at, that's what they're used to, bro. They're in the park grabbing up ducks by their neck and cutting their head off and walking off with them and eating them. Like, only reason I even went on here and said something about it is because somebody told me they walking from the school and a Haitian almost ran into them. And who is getting paid? Like, how much money is y'all really getting paid, like, to bring them over here? Like, I know it's deeper than them. I know that's where they come from, and that's what they do. That's their country. I don't know what they got going on over there, but they can't do that over here. And if y'all just getting paid from it and then y'all ain't doing nothing about it, I think that's super weird, bro. Y'all got to stand on business. Y'all got to really, like, step up. Like, it's lame, bro. Like, for real.
Thank you for your comments.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank you. Noel? Thank you.
I live at 426 Northwestern Avenue. Miss Skinner, who I'm not trying to put on the spot, is my neighbor.
She doxed this. She told her actual address and then said, this person over here is my neighbor. Somebody can put two and two together and find out where he lived, because he lived next to her. She has no chill, man. And I bet this lady was just doing this with all good intentions, but
Western Avenue. Miss Skinner, who I'm not trying to put on the spot, is my neighbor.
Just talk to me, ma'am. Thank you so much.
And I'm done with what I'm seeing. It is so unsafe in my neighborhood anymore. I have the homeless that were trying to camp out, and I have made concessions with them, and I try to help them the best I can to keep them from trying to squat on my property. But it is so unsafe. I have men that cannot speak English in my front yard screaming at me, throwing mattresses in my front yard, throwing trash in my front yard. And I can't Look at me, I weigh 95 pounds. I couldn't defend myself if I had to. My husband is elderly, and last night, after living in this home for 45 years, he said, Noelle, guess what? It's time to pack up and move. He said, we can't do this anymore. He said, it's killing both of us mentally. I don't understand what you expect of us as citizens. I mean, I understand they're here under temporary protected status, and you're protecting them, and I understand that our city services are overwhelmed and understaffed, but who's protecting us? If we're protecting them, who's protecting me? I want out of this town. I am sorry. Please give me a reason to stay. Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, you got these people up here, and you often wonder anymore, are these people here to really serve their constituency? Or do people like power? And they run for office to sit up here and put the thing in and sit behind these flags or sit in front of these flags with their name on a placard just to say, I'm a city council member. Or are they actually listening to these people? Do they really care? You know, because these city council members probably don't live in the hood. They probably live in a nice area in the city. They don't live, they probably don't know what these people are going through, but do they care? We've gone so backwards in our society that we care more about immigrants than we do our own people. We rather step over the dead bodies of our own people to support immigrants, that illegal immigrants. That's just not normal to me. How do we get to this point? We should be tapering back on how many people we let come in our country until we can adequately address the issues of our citizens. Then you can bring some people in as we have an overflow of success, an overflow of government systems that can function properly. You got the DMV, you got to work forever. They had to create other satellite places that do DMV services because our government can't keep up with it. But then you have all these illegals coming to our country and they don't deserve to be here. They didn't fight to be here. They don't have ancestry here. These people have to go through the process. They have to go stand in line. I wish we could let everybody in the world that's hungry into America, but we can't. We need to do right by our citizens, by the people that God has given us to protect and take care of, that have bloodline in this country. It's really not that hard. We should be protecting young women in sports. How is it that hard? You got two people, you willing to just dismiss every concern of every woman in sports for two people? One person? Every woman in swimming should be uncomfortable and you tell them to go F themselves because one person has a mental illness that people should be addressing, but you say, no, I don't care if it causes trauma to y'all. This one person who's already struggling from a disorder has now got more precedent, and we care about that person more than all of y'all. So if seeing male genitalia is too much for you, you're the problem, not this one person. That we don't even know if the person is genuine or not. We don't know how genuine this person really is. And people are so weak now. You know who I blame? Christians. You Christians have failed. Some of y'all got a good church. Most churches are feckless and weird and cowards, and they don't stand for nothing. They tell you these watered down stories about Jesus as if he was a little hippie running around marrying gay people and stuff. Come on, man. Jesus wasn't no hippie. And there's nothing against gay people, man. If you want to be gay, that's on you. But don't be lying as a Christian, don't be lying to people about how Christ looked at that kind of stuff. And the crazy thing is, man, when you tell people the truth, it sets them free. You tell your kids the truth. You tell people the truth, they become free. They may not like it when you say it, but you now give them an opportunity to experience all that God has for them, especially if they come into church. And y'all so focused on being liked that you will spit in Jesus' face so that people can like you. My pastor gave a very basic sermon and some people walked out the church. Christians are worse. And I swear before I put this on my life, that if you ask people on this panel how many of them are Christian, or Catholic, or Mormon, or whatever, I bet 80% of the people on this will claim to be a Christian. And then you go ask them what their personal beliefs are and who they vote for, and they all probably vote Democrat, and they believe in abortions and all kind of stuff. I can't believe a Christian would say there's a separation of church and state. What? What? Did Jesus believe in separation of church and state? Of course he didn't. He'd still be alive today. That was a long time ago. They wouldn't have killed him. Would they have? He would have kept his stuff to himself. When them Pharisees out here lying and doing all that stuff, he would have never said nothing. That's not his place to call them out. What Jesus are y'all reading in the book? What Jesus are y'all reading? And I hate to say this, but Christians, y'all the worst, man. Christians are the reason that we like this. We have failed in the church. Churches is afraid to even take issues. It's crazy to me. But you know what? Jesus is coming back anyway, so I can't wait to go and meet Jesus and be with him and leave y'all behind, man. Because I cannot believe that all that God has done for us, we can't even stand up on one principle because we're afraid somebody's not going to like us temporarily. I can't believe it. God has done so much in my life, so many miracles, so many things he rescued me from, so many blessings, so many things that I asked for and he delivered on, my health, my family. I mean, God has done so much for me. I can at least give some respect to Jesus Christ. Jesus has been there for me so many times that why would I care if you mad at me for standing up for Christ? You ain't doing nothing for me. You ain't blessed my family the way that Jesus has blessed my family. I can't come to you and ask you for nothing. You can't bless me. I can't go on my knees and pray at night to you. You're not going to give me salvation. Then why would I be worried about you over Jesus? All right, I'm out of here. See y'all in the next one. I'm out.